Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something that might just reshape the compact desktop game, the upcoming Mac Mini M5. Imagine a device small enough to fit in the palm of your hand, but powerful enough to rival full-sized workstations. That's exactly what Apple seems to be aiming for with its latest silicon upgrades. If you're a creative professional, casual user, or just someone tired of their aging Intel machine gasping for breath, this video is for you. Apple's next move in the Mac Mini series looks more than just evolutionary, it's revolutionary. Let's begin with the brains of the operation. At the heart of the Mac Mini M5 sits Apple's much-anticipated M5 chip, along with the more powerful M5 Pro variant. These chips are rumored to bring substantial performance upgrades, particularly in CPU and GPU capabilities. The M5 is expected to feature 12 GPU cores. The M5 Pro could jump to an impressive 18, delivering silky smooth graphics rendering for tasks like video editing, 3D modeling, and yes, finally, some respectable gaming on a Mac. On the CPU front, the M5 Pro may include additional performance-focused cores, significantly boosting multitasking and heavy-duty computing without turning your Mac into a jet engine. It's clear that Apple is targeting not just everyday users, but also creatives and professionals who need reliable, high-octane processing without sacrificing efficiency. Now, let's talk memory and storage, because speed means nothing if you're constantly running out of space. The Mac Mini M5 is expected to maintain the same RAM setup as its M4 predecessor. 16 GB in the base model and 24 GB in the Pro. But here's where things get exciting: storage. The base M5 is likely to start with 512 GB, doubling what we saw in the M4 base model, while the M5 Pro might launch with a solid 1 TB for video editors, designers, and developers who juggle massive files daily. This is a game changer. No more plugging in slow external drives or running out of space mid-project. Apple seems to be finally acknowledging that performance needs to be backed by meaningful storage upgrades. And while the inside is getting a serious makeover, the outside will likely stay true to its minimalist roots. The Mac Mini's iconic, compact design isn't expected to change much, and honestly, it doesn't need to. It's sleek, modern, and fits anywhere from your desk to your backpack. One small quirk we expect to stick around is the placement of the power button underneath the device. Sure, it's not the end of the world, but if you've ever fumbled around trying to turn your Mac on, you know the struggle is real. Still, the balance of power and portability remains a strong selling point that continues to draw fans to the Mini lineup. When it comes to ports and connectivity, Apple isn't taking any chances. Expect to see Ethernet, HDMI, and USB-C as standard across the board, with Thunderbolt 4 or even Thunderbolt 5 on select models. That means blazing fast data transfer, seamless external display support, and fewer headaches dealing with dongles and adapters. Whether you're setting up a home office, a studio, or a streaming rig, this Mac Mini will have you covered. Apple seems to understand that users need flexibility. They're delivering it in spades. Now let's get to the big question: when and how much? Production of the M5 chips is reportedly already underway, with a potential release window for the Mac Mini M5 between November 2025 and early 2026 price-wise. Things appear to be holding steady. The base model is expected to start around $599, and the M5 Pro at $1,399. Of course, bumping up your RAM and storage could quickly drive that price up, so buyers will need to weigh performance needs against their budget. But one thing is clear: the Mac Mini M5 isn't just another refresh. It's a statement of what Apple Silicon can truly achieve, and it marks the end of an era. Remember back in 2020 when Apple announced it was ditching Intel for its own silicon? At the time, it felt risky. Fast forward to today, and that decision looks like pure genius. The M1, M2, M3, and M4 have built the path, but the M5 might be the chip that fully seals the deal. We've officially reached the point where the performance, efficiency, and upgrade cycle of Apple's chips have stabilized. For Intel Mac users still holding out, this is your moment of truth. The performance gap is now undeniable, and even Rosetta can't hide the fact that you're leaving power on the table. The M5 generation represents more than just speed, it's the completion of Apple's Silicon vision. So what do you think? Is the Mac Mini M5 the desktop you've been waiting for? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our deep dives into all things Apple and tech. And if you're curious about how the M5 stacks up against previous generations, check out the videos on screen now, especially our M4 versus Intel Mac Performance Showdown. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay creative, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.